Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, scholars and dignitaries, welcome to another episode. Welcome to my world.
Hello, friends. Let me start just saying that no parent should ever lose a child. It's unnatural. It's a level of pain that few understand, and some parents grieve the rest of their lives. But what people don't realize is that the three leading causes of death for teenagers are preventable. The three leading causes of death for teens are homicide, suicide, and accident fatalities, and alcohol and drugs are found as the primary causative factors in each category of death. The National Survey on Drug Use and Health is an annual report prepared by the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration. According to a recent report, an estimated 5% of youth ages 12 through 17 are either heavy drinkers or binge drinkers. An estimated 10% of youth ages 12 through 17 have used marijuana, and an estimated 13.8% of youth ages 12 through 17 in total have used illicit drugs in the past year. And every year some 2 million youth begin to use alcohol and some 1 million begin to use marijuana. These aren't statistics, they're accidents waiting to happen. And while the levels of drug use fluctuates, teens are commonly introduced to these substances at parties. And while parents know that their teens go to parties, too often they are not aware of the real circumstances of that party. But with a little work and discussion with your son or daughter, a party at home or away can be a safe and enjoyable experience. If your teenager wants to go to a party, know where your teenager will be and with whom, and get the address and telephone numbers. Contact the parents of the party giver, confirm the details of the party, and make sure that the parents or another responsible adult will be present and that no alcohol or drugs will be permitted. Agree beforehand on expectations for behavior and curfew. And if your teenager stays overnight with a friend after the party, contact the friend's parents to confirm the plan. Urge a teen to never ride home with a driver who is under the influence of alcohol or other drugs. There should be an understanding that there will be no punishment for a call asking a parent for a ride home or in letting a parent know that things have gotten out of hand and their assistance may be needed. And be up to greet your teenager when he or she comes home from a party, and be ready to talk if there were any untoward incidents. Now, if your teenager wants to give a party, before you give permission, work out the details with your teen and have a clear, mutual understanding of the guidelines for the party. Again, work with your teen in advance and check out and confirm the party plans. Remember that if it isn't specified, sometimes that's like giving permission for them to go ahead and do something you haven't thought of. Limit the number of party guests. Often trouble occurs because the gathering is too large. Know the guests. The party should be, quote, by invitation only. Unknown and uninvited guests who often show up are not people who have the same values and behaviors as your teens and their friends, and so in many instances trouble was started by people who weren't even invited but just heard about the party and stopped in. Establish rules for the party, such as gate crashers will not be allowed. No alcohol, smoking, or drugs will be permitted. Guests who leave the party will not be allowed to return. Some rooms in the house are off limits. Lights are to be left on, and so on. Make a plan for handling unwanted guests. Discuss acceptable behavior and consequences for unacceptable behavior. Set a time limit, a definite starting and ending time. Plan some activities in advance. It may seem old-fashioned, but really people enjoy fun activities, be it dancing, movies, games, and so on. Be visible at the party and know what is going on. Invite another parent or couple to join you, and when parents deliver their teens to your house, invite them in to get acquainted, even if only briefly. And help to provide plans or contingency plans for rides home for your guests. Parents need to remember that there is an implied responsibility for the health, safety, and welfare of a child in your care, including the children of others. Remember that it is illegal to serve alcohol to anyone under the age of 21 other than your own child. And believe me, parents have been held responsible in many a lawsuit if alcohol and drugs were involved and something tragic happens. Always encourage your teenager to be responsible. And by explaining rules and beliefs, your teens and their friends are much more likely to also accept those. The result is much more likely to be a party that is fun for all, with far less opportunity for injury, fights or violence, accidents, or other disruptive events. Hey, be safe, be well. Remember, a little prevention beforehand can help deter tragic consequences. And may God bless.